Hi, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Real Housewives of Moto. This is episode 33. And I was telling my lovely friends here, who I will introduce in just a second, that's about how many races I cared about this year. Like, trying to do the math on it, like 32 was designations. And I think I really, truly cared about one other race, the World Supercross. But we're here this morning with my sister friend Katie and my sister friend Afton. And I realized we haven't introduced ourselves in a while. So I'll go first real quick, and then I'll hand it over to you guys to introduce who you are. Shocking 3 females who love dirt bikes and love drama and love moto. So I'll start with that. My name is Allie. I'm a mom. I work in marketing, and I launched this hobby endeavor, whatever we want to call this thing, this year because I wanted one female friend who understands dirt bikes, and I ended up with a lot more. And here we are giving our very, very expert opinions on our 450 picks for Anaheim 1. We say that with a big caveat that we are knowledgeable, but not experts. We never claim to be experts. So that's a little bit about me. Katie, who are you?
Well, yes, I'm Katie. I'm also a mom. I have an almost 6-year-old on Sunday. I'm a special education teacher, and dirt bikes is about the only sport I know.
I love that. I love that honesty. You know it very well, so you know a little bit. So we love Katie. All right, Afton, who be you? If someone did not catch the last episode of Real Housewives of Moto, who are you?
Yes, okay, I'm a mom too, so of 2 kids, and I loved dirt bikes because I thought the boys at first were cute that rode the dirt bikes, and then I got very into it 15 years ago, up until the point that I thought that I had the confidence or knowledge to write motocross romance books, and I'm re-editing it right now. I'm almost done with it. And now I know it's crazy now that I get to talk to y'all, and then seeing that you're have 7,000 people now they're following you.
I know. That's
terrifying.
crazy.
It's crazy. I was thinking about that.
I know. It's really scary when I think about it because I was like, I just wanted to meet a couple girlfriends that understand dirt bikes. And then I had a few reels pop off this week. We had a Kenny World Supercross 1. Made a lot of people mad, made a particular YouTuber mad, moto YouTuber. We'll talk about that. And then I did the Eli booty pick. We'll talk about that too. But I will say most of the followers that I gained this week through, and the Joe flipping off the camera. That one, I saw that a lot. But I got a lot of male followers. So it always cracks me up when I see an influx of male followers, especially from the Kenny reel. And so I'm just like, oh, how long until they realize we talk about things like Eli's booty pick and Alpine stars, rest in peace. So if you're a dude that found me this week, you're in for it. And I will not feel one bit sad if you decide to unfollow me because you're not the target demo.
Yes. Honestly, that's the energy that you have to have.
Yeah, really. You got to have some thick skin. So speaking of thick skin, we'll get this one out of the way because I'm sure you're listening, Mr. Chris Cooksey, because you love hearing yourself. I had a little clap back, which I should not have taken the bait from good old Cooksey about my Kenny reel. It's funny because that whole video was not an attack at Chris. He did say that Kenny quit, and I thought that was a poor choice of words, but that video was more about just the sideways interview or sideways energy that we get in moto media where people are just assuming. And I know that there's a lot of competing priorities between Monster Energy Supercross and World Supercross. But I just felt like the Kenny contract, will he, won't he, seeing his face on the South African rounds, I was just over it. So I reached out to a number of people, consolidated all of their stories, only shared the parts that overlapped. I was like, if I'm only hearing it from one person, I'm not sharing it. That's how you do good journalism. And I think that Cooksey felt a little attacked by that. And so he made a video about me, which was very bizarre to turn on my living room TV and see my face on YouTube, not my own video. And I just think it was really tacky because one of the things that I was not cool with was him saying that Kenny has narcissistic personality disorder. He's saying that Ping said it, whatever. I don't care who said it. I just think that weaponizing mental health is really gross. And then he doubled down on that. And the one thing in the video that he said that I just thought was super cringe was she needs to go take her anxiety meds, which I am very vocal about on here on social media that like mental health is one of those platforms that like I will always stand on. And I had actually made a post like right before he made that video about going into therapy. So it's clear he just latched onto that. So if that's what you want to take the shot at, go for it. I just think it's indicative. We'll say that. So anywho, that's the end of that. No more no more of that. But this is a fun one. I had the girls rank. We did our top 17 because after 17 it gets a little blurry. It's like, will Austin Faulkner race the 450? Will Deegan race more? Probably not, but we'll talk about Deegan. So we ranked our top 17, and I will say, out of all of these, not a single position, 1st through 17th, we agreed upon. So this list, we'll go backwards. We'll go 17 to 1. And we had some ties, but starting out at 17th, we all agreed was Mr. Dylan Ferrandis. So, guys, what are we thinking about Dylan? He's going to Ducati. He had said at Media Days that not only is the Ducati the best frame he's ever ridden, it's the best frame in two-wheeled motorsports. But I was like, okay, that was ballsy. So how are we feeling about Dylan?
Do you want to go first or me?
Oh, you can go.
I didn't realize, because I know my husband has been obsessed with like talking about Ducati coming into the sport. I thought it was cool that he said he is building like he said he's helped building the team, right? Like he's building it from nothing. I think that's cool. I don't know. I don't have a lot of opinions. I would like for him to do well, just because it's something new and like interesting, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing to add on that.
No, you're good. Katie, what you thinking?
Yeah, kind of same thing. Like, I just think there's so many guys. It's like really hard. It was really hard to pick in general. So it's kind of like the last ones I thought of. But then, yeah, I heard what he said on Media Day and stuff. So that's interesting. So I think it's just one of those we'll just have to see.
I do too. I think it could go really, really well. And I think it could go really, really like meh, you know? But like, I feel like with Ducati, like there's so much money behind it, like behind the brand, not necessarily like the Desmo or the Moto side of it, that it's just kind of like if they don't win like right out the gate, like it's okay, it's fine. But I do love like Tony Cairoli is very heavily involved with it. Jill and the kids are coming over for A1, and I'm so sad I'm not going to be there because I love them. But it's just going to be like a very like Euro vibe team.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Your other rider, Barsha's married.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's true. And
it's going to be good merch. So that was 17. 16th, we all averaged for 16th place to be Joey Savacci. So this is where I was like, wow, 16th. Like he looked really good at World Supercross. 16th. I mean, he's got a lot of people ahead of him. So how are we feeling about Joey these days?
It's just one of those things. I just think there's way too many good guys, so he got pushed back so much.
Yeah.
You know, even in regular season, he's a bit back there. So it's just one of those that I had to put all the better, like really good guys first. So.
I know. Yeah.
I know. It's like, oh, and I saw after the fact, like Anderson talking about how well he was doing in, where were they just at? Wherever they just were at the end when he won, when Anderson won.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I felt bad too, because I'm like, these guys are all incredible. So like when I kept bumping them down the list, it's like, dang, because these people have like promise and potential, like you know, when they come into the 450. So then you hang on to like even what you would know of them, like, you know, coming up. So it's like, yeah, but we'll see, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, Savacci's one of those that's like, how do you ever outrun your past? Like Vegas. I mean, that's what everybody thinks about. They think about, I didn't say everyone, but for me, I think about Savacci and Osborne at 2017 Vegas. I've said it. I was there. It was incredible. Like I just burned into my brain. But he's one of those riders that like he got the 1 year on PC, which is interesting. This is something very similar that's happening with Marchbanks, which we'll get to Marchbanks. He's higher on our list. Like what happens if Garrett goes the way of Joey and he never really like bounces back? Like I think that Joey had a lot of promise. I think that Garrett has a lot of promise. Like we'll get there, but I concur. So also coming in through my purple filtered windows, so I'm just getting like more on brand as we're recording. Do you see this? I'm like
I see that.
I have like purple light filtering stuff on my windows. So anyhow, 15th. This one probably was our most spread out position was Christian Craig. And I'm excited for Christian. I love, okay, first of all, we talked about this on the pod when it happened, but Paige scribbling out the monster logo on Christian's helmet when they split from Star is like iconic. Like it was so angry wife, and I'm so here for it. But Christian has said multiple times during World Supercross, like, not taking digs at Star per se, but making it like abundantly clear that he was not happy at Star. He didn't get to race. It was a weird deal to begin with because he was like funded by the 250 team and he was supposed to be training Deegan, but like that didn't really happen. But he looked great at World Supercross. So I'm hopeful for him. I just think that he's had a lot of stuff to overcome this year with the Star drama in general. So what sticks out for you guys, and if anything, for good old CC?
I think that I love him, you know, because I feel like you watched him so long, want to like win that championship. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. And I think he can be. It's weird because I know he's a better rider than me putting him in like 15th, but then I feel like I don't know. Maybe I just place people on top of him that have already come in and like won a 450 championship, and so it's like they kind of know what to do if they needed to. But you never know. It would be cool because I know that they put a lot into it. Like I know from what I've seen, you know, like the family, like yeah, a lot of big feelings. So yeah, it'd be cool. And I guess watching him. When did I last watch him race? Maybe I can't keep up with these other cities. Where he raced Deegan.
Buenos Aires.
Where was it? Oh, yes, Buenos Aires, yes. We'll see. Again, all I can say is we'll see about these people. Yeah. And you look that like, you just never know though. What kind of like, has he said anything about how he's been right now? Like, I didn't actually see anything about him on media day. Now that I'm thinking about it.
He wasn't at media day. I mean, that's the thing with World Supercross is like all of those guys got a pass. Also, Deegan was sick, like called in sick. And I'm like, was that not the day that he was at some like UFC fight? So I'm just like, can we not like?
Okay.
That was for free. I'm just very annoyed with that. But I did have somebody message me. I'm so sorry. Like I can't get in my DMs because we're on Instagram right now. But they were like, the good thing about if Christian doesn't do well, it gives us great content from Paige. I was like, that's very true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm here for that. So we get good Paige content regardless. She has like over 1 million followers on TikTok. Like that's insane to me. Like anybody from Moto. I mean, maybe because I just don't live on TikTok. Like you guys are cooler than me. Y'all do much more on TikTok than I do. But
yeah. I know. TikTok.
Let's see. Okay, 14th, Marchbanks. We gave a little teaser to Marchbanks. I am very excited about Marchbanks being on the 450, but again, like Joey Savacci, I'm very scared about like how his contract is set up. He kind of like hinted that like if he hits a certain level that like there should be a spot for him in the 450s next year, but then you've got Levi and you know, it's just the PC to Cowie thing just gets real messy, but we love a sexy caveman here. It's Katie's best nickname ever for a rider. Like it's burned into my brain. There's nothing. I'm going to accidentally say it to his face sometime at a race. I'm just gonna be like, oh my gosh, what's up, sexy? I mean,
I wonder if he knows, like someone has had to tell him. Like, I feel like I've seen it around enough. I told his girlfriend.
Like I did.
Yeah. And that too.
I was like, oh yeah.
So he has to know.
That's cute.
But he is. He's like a big burly dude, you know? And so I think I'm hopeful that the 450 is really what's going to be the game changer for him. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I hope he does really well. Like always rooting for him. I've always loved Marchbanks. I've always kind of had a soft spot for him. And then even more after I listened to the Gypsy Tales episode. So yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, as we know, Gypsy Tales put out a depressing statistic that these riders have a 98% chance of getting hurt.
Rough.
So it's just really hard. Like, honestly, I'm excited for this season, but I'm not because I know my heart was probably going to be broken a million times. So yeah, I just hope he does well. I think the name of the game is to just get out of February and see where everyone's at and where everyone is stacking up. And then you go from there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be negative Nancy, but
well, that's my job. I'm the pessimist.
It's just like I'm an optimist with an umbrella. You know, I hope we make history where no one gets hurt or only a handful.
I would love
And
that.
But
What you got,
I
Acton?
I feel the same. No, I feel like I'm just like, yeah, very hopeful for them all. And like him too. There's just other people I want to see. Like, I would love to see Roczen have like a consistent season. Although I don't know the numbers on like how much I saw him on the podium last year, but not to get to Roczen, but like, I don't know. There's people above them. I want these guys to come in and do like, because I remember the biggest letdown I've ever had was Barsha from the 250s to the 450s, I think.
Mhm.
That's a letdown. But like, it's just a bummer. So you
Yeah.
want to see those people like be young and healthy and not get like hurt. Like what? Seeing Cerulo? I don't know how
Oh,
long
yeah,
she's
yeah.
been
No,
hurt.
there's a
But
curse like of guys who win 250 championships and then
yeah,
don't do anything in the 450s. I mean, there
yeah,
definitely is that pool of really talented riders that
yeah,
doesn't translate.
yeah. So hopefully it does. It would be cool. It'd be cool to see it like be something, yeah, lasting to where he's not confused about whatever is in like in his future and just like
Mhm.
just to do well or to see. I don't know, we talked about this last time, how many different people won last year. I still don't remember in Supercross season, but
It was like 7. It was insane.
yeah, okay, maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. It's
Yeah.
another we'll see. Mhm.
I think at least having some more power for his starts because what Mathis or somebody gave him the stat. It was like he had passed like 150 some people because his starts were so bad, but he could charge through the pack. Like you
Yeah,
can imagine not having to do that.
yeah. How did he do last year? I'm thinking of him more. Did he get hurt in Supercross or Motocross? Or am I mixing this up? Didn't
I
he?
think it was Supercross.
Let me see. Pause, please.
I'll mix him up with Hammaker, although I know I love Hammaker, but
I
well,
love.
just because I'll see them the same colors. But oh,
Yep, March Banks was on West. He finished 5th,
oh,
so he was
okay,
only out one round.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Then I must be making up a little another narrative in my head here. It's a lot to remember. All
it
these,
is a lot to remember. I've been building like this giant doc of like riders and teams and notable races like on top of all their wins or whatever, and then like their kids now because I'm like because we're obsessed with that side of the sport too.
uh-huh.
Which like
That's
we had
cute.
another baby announcement with Jordan
Yeah.
and Cody Smith. Like, I'm so excited.
That's
I
cute.
think that there is a direct correlation to the number of babies in the sport and people sticking around longer. Look at Eli.
I
So
know.
I'm all here for everybody having babies.
It's so
So
cute.
here for it.
Uh-huh.
13th. So this one we were pretty close on. But 13th we have Jorge Parado.
Uh-huh.
Very polarizing. So how we feeling about old Jorge
Uh-huh.
being back home at KDM, as the Spaniard says?
um, you want to go?
Oh, you can go.
Well, I don't have any back. I saw him again talking about, yeah, he's like back home on that. I don't know nothing about what he did before he came here to the States.
He was gas.
Gas.
So like same family. Yeah.
Okay. I think it'd be I'm most excited to see like, yeah, when they swap, like how him and Chase like swapped. I want to see is it like really they think like it's just better, parroting what I've heard, like the grass is greener on the other side. Like, is it that?
Mhm.
Or it's because they're talking about him like, well, everything I heard was he's supposed to be so incredible, like really fighting for the championship. So
And then
I
nothing.
don't know how he was before because I don't follow anything
No.
that's not in the States. So it'd be cool. I would like to see if like the KTM like program, is it like what can it do for him? We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think he didn't get much racing experience on Supercross last year. He made it to what, A2?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's that's not a solid trial run for Supercross. I do think he will be much higher for outdoors, but for Supercross with all these good guys and the experience they have, I just don't see him outdoing them.
Yeah.
So that's why I have him down there.
Well, and he straight up quit in the outdoors. Like he tried to not qualify.
Yeah.
Like, can we remind the world of that?
Yeah.
I-
All
did this
eyes
freeze on
will
me?
definitely be on him, whether he's in 3rd place or 18th place. All eyes are on him. So
Yep.
he has a lot of pressure. I think he has a lot of pressure out of
Yeah.
everyone else.
I do too. That's going to be a rough one, but I'm very curious to see how that goes. So 12th place, we have Mr. Justin Barsha, and I am hopeful for Barsha. I think that the way things ended at Gas, I think he handled it really well. I think Ryder D has said a few things about gas, not bad things, but just that like they felt like they were kind of like, you know, the stepchild of the KTM program. Like it was KTM, they're the top dogs, and then Rockstar, and then Gas is like, oh yeah, we have that third team. Whoops. So I'm excited about Justin. He just, you know, he seems energized. He's always, you know, you can never count him out. So how I feel about Barsha.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just went off where they were the place I mainly saw them around last year while racing. So that's why he's down there. He's also on a new bike. He's also just coming back from breaking his collarbone. So I think he might have a little of a rough start. But again, the name of the game is who can make it to May. So
yeah. That the collarbone thing was nasty. When they talked about like he had to go back in and have his plate moved because like the holes didn't line up.
Yeah,
like,
there was a lot more. There was a lot more to it. Yeah.
When he was talking about it, I felt bad. I was like, does he even want to be talking about this? I feel like he's trying to disassociate from it. I'm like, that's
I know. Like, it sounds so painful. So, goodness. We wish Barsha all the best. So for 11th, we have RJ Hampshire, which I am very, very excited about RJ for next year. He did let it slip at media days that he had an additional wreck and injury in the off season. So that is concerning. I think otherwise I probably would have had him higher, but I mean, we saw him at Nations. We saw him hit the camera pole or whatever the heck that was. Like RJ is gonna RJ. And I think he'll find a way to get it done. But yeah, even at 11th, I mean, he's got 10 quality dudes ahead of him. And so between that and the injury, I'm just kind of like, we'll see, but very encouraged by RJ. How are you guys feeling?
I would like him to do well. I like his attitude on the 450. I think it benefited him to move up. So I want to see him do well because I feel like, I don't know, maybe because I wasn't like the biggest fan of him for some reason, the 250. There's a lot of reasons, but like now I would like to see him do well. So we'll see. I just like that he's someone that's coming on, like proving himself on the bike.
Yes.
So if you build on that, then great. Pretty cool.
I agree. I concur. Katie, what you think about RJ and his perfect taste?
Yeah. Honestly, when I was doing my list, I was like, oh yeah, RJ's in 450s this year. Like I got excited. So I love RJ. He is all heart 100% of the time. He also is very handsome and has nice teeth. So
Best teeth.
and he called Eli Uncle Eli, and I just love that. Like
I love
so
that
endearing.
Uncle Eli. That's
so yeah, I like RJ. I hope he does well.
Me too. All right, top 10. And this one I had done my list before World Supercross, and so I think maybe I would have adjusted mine accordingly. Maybe not, but number 10 is Jason Anderson. And I'm so stoked for Ando that he won World Supercross. We know that it is not Monster Energy. It's not, everybody's not there. He only had to race the big dogs in Australia, but he got it done. And he had this cheeky little smile on the podium. Like he looked happy. And I just know that like he has been through hell and back this year. I know they're dealing with some personal stuff, some illness, things like that. But they move across the country. He changes from Cowie to the Suzuki. I love it. So I'm on the Ando train. How about you guys?
Same. Yeah. I've always been a fan of Jason Anderson. He's like my generation. So I've been watching him a long time. And yeah, that's good momentum for him winning World Supercross. So yeah, I hope he does well. I think he'll surprise us on some nights, and then other nights he'll kind of just be there. But yeah, so I hope he does good. It was sad to put him in that place because I feel like he's always number 5. 4, 5.
Yeah.
But there's just so many good guys and no one's retiring. So it's just 2 people can't get first. So
no. Afton, what you thinking?
I agree because I feel like we kind of saw him like lose a little bit of like heart on like even when he was up like doing well on his interviews. And so it would be nice for him to like, because he is like a championship guy. So it would be like, it would just be nice to see like him be like reinvigorated with like doing well consistently. And yeah, I know I didn't watch anything about the World Supercross before this. Again, hopefully because now when he was battling Tomac, I guess, like obviously I wasn't like a fan, but yeah, I mean, now it's okay. Like he's funny. I like his energy. Like I think I'm 98% sure he's a Pisces, so I know he's like a fun time.
I'm a Pisces.
I didn't know that. Look at that. Oh, so Taurus, Pisces, Pisces. That's a good match, you guys.
Oh, yeah, we can go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I know.
We need
but-
every rider's horoscope or zodiac and their Enneagram number. Like
that would be a good podcast.
That would be a really good podcast episode.
I know. The thing about the Enneagram though is like you're not supposed to like type people, like you're not supposed to like tell them their number. But like I used to coach it like in a corporate setting, and so like I feel like if we said like this is just for fun, but there are some numbers that like there are some numbers you'd rather be than other numbers, and I wouldn't want people to think I was like typecasting them into certain numbers, even though I absolutely think there are some of these people as these numbers.
Yes.
I'll put that down. I'm writing it down. Future episode.
Yeah, that's say like the vibes, like the intuition, or just like what I've studied about them. I just watch to see if their personality traits are like coming out. Like in general, people like their shadow side or like the best high vibrational side of a sign. So I'm like, I love it. And so I like Anderson. I hope all that to say, I hope he does well, and I like his energy. So.
Yeah. I'm watching our Instagram feed real quick. And one of the roommates said, any ladies going to Supercross in Arizona would love to do a meetup. Give us a follow on Instagram. I'm going to try to start making like some event specific chats. So Real Housewives Moto on Instagram. We're going to figure that out. If you do not, this is a good pause and plug. If you do not follow on our Discord, you can go to the link in bio on my Instagram. Also newly launched this week that I had you guys test is I have a free calendar that you could subscribe to, because I feel like if anybody is like me, I have to check my phone like 100 times, like on Friday, to be like, what time does the race? What time zone is it in? So I just made a calendar that you can subscribe to, and it adds all the dates to your calendar. It shows you what round it is, the round number, if there's a KTM Juniors round, which 250s it is, if there's a Triple Crown or whatever. And it's free, and it doesn't ask you for your email or anything like that. Like, this is just because I was like, I want this resource. Surely other people want this resource. So there is a Racer X one. And I did download it a couple years ago, and then it fell off and I had to re-add it. So if you don't want mine, I will not feel any type of way. You can go and get the Racer X one. But if you're anything like me and you check the calendar like 10 times on Friday, because nothing stays in your brain.
I know. That's so smart. It's very helpful.
That's for mom, really. It's like nothing stays in our brain unless it's in the calendar or in the notebook or whatever. All right, number 9, good old Aaron Plessinger. I love AP. He looked energetic at media days. He is saying the mystery illness is no more. How are we feeling about AP going into 26? Cautiously optimistic. How are we feeling?
Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to describe it. Yeah, it's just going to be see how he does with his endurance and everything. Like, I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know a lot about the Epstein-Barr. I don't know if it can like come back quickly or, after all that travel and every weekend and the racing and the long days, if it can just maybe creep back up or whatnot. But
yeah, I know that one makes me a little bit nervous. What do you think, Afton?
Well, I'm glad he rested. I'm glad he like listened to his body, or even if it was like told from someone else, you've got to rest. Because I feel like that would be, well, I hope of course like not racing like reinvigorated his like need to win, because he was on a roll. Like I wanted to put him higher. Honestly, I was like, he was higher. I kept bumping him down, unfortunately. I just love him because I like watching him ride, because I feel like he's the taller people to me are always like, I don't know. I watch how they ride because I'm like, it looks so different. Like it looks like a crazy
lot
time.
of arms and legs.
Yeah, like it's more interesting. So, I just love him. You can't like not love him. So even if he does even better, that'd be fantastic. It's just I'm interested to see how the dynamic is with like him and Tomac
and Prado. Oh, what a lineup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hopefully if he does better, that'd be great, but we just don't know.
I know. So 9th is what you get. All right. 8th is good old Malcolm Stewart. I was very impressed with him at Paris Supercross. I know the Lawrence brothers were not totally on their game, and they were on stock motors, which Lars had to come out and like make some weird post. Did we talk about this? Lars's post where he's like playing the Red Bull guitar, and he said, I'm posting this, in solidarity with the boys riding stock motors at Paris. I was like, this is weird. Like, first of all, we'll get to our feelings about Honda and their PR nightmare, but I don't understand like why he would come out and say that. Like they can have off nights on off season races. So Malcolm, Paris, I'm impressed. How do we feel about Malcolm these days?
Yeah, I was so impressed. It's just he killed it. Like, so that's why I feel like I bumped him up a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
He did really good last year. He was there most of all of the he was all of the rounds except motocross is where he had to miss, right?
4th in Supercross.
Wow.
Overall standings.
I think, yeah, I would love for him to do well. Again, I feel like I keep saying this about everyone, but it's true. I didn't see wait, when did I watch him? I feel like I should have kept a better eye on what was happening on World Supercross. I think he's good. I would love to see. Okay, I'll just say my general questions with him. And I know him and his brother are obviously different riders. And I don't know if they're trained the same. I'm not sure. But I feel like I would just love to see. I don't know how to word it. Not to say he's not. I don't know. I wanted to see him do well. I think that's why I put him up higher. Because I love again his energy and just like I'm really optimistic and hopeful that these people come on the podium and it's like they're doing well and they're appreciative. And so like it's not just like a given that they're gonna win. Like when his energy, like if he's working hard to like be up there. Does that make sense? I feel like I could ramble on about him.
No, Tampa was one of those moments where it's like he did it, you know? It's like, okay, I feel like all the media guys say this. Like once you win one time in the 450, like then you know you can do it. So it's like, okay, now's the time to do it, you know? So I'm hopeful. I think the Paris was great, but
oh yeah. Okay, see, and I didn't watch that because I didn't know. I'm trying to get this phone straight. I didn't know that was happening. Or was that another one? I just didn't watch it on time. I don't remember what was going on that day. But I was amazed and I was so happy when he was like when I was seeing like what he was placing. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah. I hope he brings that energy into Anaheim 1. Like, do I think that he's going to be like a consistent podium guy as we're about to start into the top 7? Probably not, but you know what? We can hope for the best. So, let's see. In top 7. So, 7th place we have Jacob, which Jacob did every single round and his nations. So, he is really like the MVP of next year or of last year. Going into next year, like he has the base. But at the same time, like, are you okay? Are you tired? Because like I'm tired just watching you. So again, he's one of those guys that like I feel like at any given time can like put it all together and jump up there. But like again, like will he? Won't he? So what are your thoughts on old Justin Cooper?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard from media days, he looked tired there and was kind of just like, I'm just getting through or whatever was the word he kept saying.
Yeah.
Going through the motions. So I think he might have a rough start, but we know that, you know, he'll always be there. He'll always show up. So I feel like maybe he'll be shining around March.
Yeah.
April. Get back in the flow. But at the same time, you know, we've heard that Yamaha, like they don't really like the new Yamaha bike.
Yeah.
So that might come into play too. So yeah, that's just the kind of vibe I got is that he's tired, but he'll be there.
Yeah. Be there.
I want to see him again do well. I'm very like I love watching his wives content, like anything behind the scenes there or like his attitude. I just like him. So I guess hopefully he does well. I guess I believe in him a lot, so like place him pretty high. I'm not well, I don't know what to add about that. Hopefully he just continues to do well.
You had him the highest. Afton had Jacob at 5th.
Okay.
And I had him. Oh no, Katie had him the lowest at 10th. So it was Katie's that pulled him down to 7.
That's funny.
I will say a little thing because you know this is my podcast. I can say what I want. But while we're talking about wife stuff too, had a number of people reach out about Jillian's post, his wife, where she was like, I'm going to get an attorney involved, yada, yada, yada. Like, I guess that people missed it the first time around. But that stupid interview with Mickey Mace is going around TikTok again where okay, so rewind. There's a picture of Jillian and this Mickey Mace character. What, he's a professional gambler with face tattoos. So that tells you, here's the mental image.
Yeah.
And it's an unfortunate picture. She's looking at him. She's probably had a little bit to drink, but like, does it insinuate that she like cheated on Justin with him? No, I don't think so. But then he goes on this podcast and somebody's like, you ever cheated with a married woman? And he said, yeah, I regret it, whatever. And then the next question, the guy goes, so you don't think that's, you shouldn't have cheated with Justin Cooper's wife or something like that? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I remember the first time that this was going around TikTok and I was like, that's a bad look. Like, that's unfortunate. And for some reason, it's just like come back around and it's back in like the TikTok world. And so Jillian posted, she was like, you guys, basically like butting into my life and slandering my marriage and all that. Like, I'm going to get an attorney involved. And I'm like, girl, do it. Like, do it, because people are always going to talk. And I hate that. It sucks. Like, whether it's true or not, whatever. Like, but the fact that she feels like she has people butting into her life like that is sad. Like, I don't wish that upon anybody. So
yeah,
anyway.
People take something and like make it out of like take nothing and make it out of something. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anything happened. From
No.
what I heard is that like someone asked for a picture, and so they like it was just like a candid moment where they were, it was like innocent.
Yeah. I think so too. And honestly, like, what, I'm not here to judge. Like, cool, you do.
And
you.
he used to race. Like, he used to race Eli, like way back in the day. Like, he used to be a racer, so he's very involved. Like, he always watches around the rounds, no matter where he is. He'll pull it up on his phone. I know he goes to Anaheim. So he's a really big fan. So I really don't, out of respect, he would do that with one of the wives.
Yeah. I don't know. If it's true or not, that's their prerogative. But the fact that she had to put that out made me sad for her. I was like, that freaking sucks. So let's see. What you got, Afton?
And honestly, though, good for her if she's going to go and like fight it, and not, because it's so like, it's unnecessary drama to affect like her husband that like does something, professionally. It's just like a whatever. So good for her. I will say that.
Yeah.
That's that.
Cool. 6th. All right. This hurt my heart a little bit because I had him higher, but we have Mr. Ken Roczen in 6th place. So obviously I am like the resident Ken Roczen Glazer here. I do not run the Ken Roczen Glazer account. Somebody asked me that. I was like, no, that's not me. Actually, like, I have a little bit more self-respect than actually like launching a Glazer account. But I am very high on Kenny. I think that he looked great at World Supercross. I think he looked great last year. I think he's happy at with Dustin Pipes and the Pipes family on Suzuki. They're not changing anything with the program. I like roll it all into next year. And honestly, like, I think Kenny could win in M1. He's done it before, So I think he's got some good momentum. I think the weirdness with the World Supercross, if you have not seen my reel, you can go watch the reel. It explains it all. I think that probably was frustrating. I think that he probably would have liked to have figured out a way to do it. And so I think that's probably lit a little bit of a fire. But Kenny looks great. And same thing with Eli. Like, we get these guys who like are the titans of our generation and they're still racing. Like, if they're racing and they're healthy and they're happy and they're still fast AF, like, we all win. So I'm high. I'm real high on Kenny for next year.
Yeah, I think he will do well. Actually, now that you made some good valid points, yeah. And it's like, it's hard though, because you take 1 through 6 and flip it. It's like, yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah. So it's just really hard. Like, you just, I kind of just went off the averages of where they were last year. I know Kenny had the red plate, at one point. So it's just so hard. Like, I don't know what to say. It's just hard.
I think I could have like bumped him even like from, I don't know, within like a couple spots, but then I kept thinking about, you love him so much. And I was like, it's true though. Like, I love him too. But like, again, it's just like, if he's consistent, there's no reason why he couldn't win. I don't know if it's, I listened to the Gypsy Tales podcast with him, and I thought that was, like, really interesting. I thought that he talked a lot about, like, his mental, like, it just depends on where he's at mentally, like, with his headspace, or maybe he was talking about, like, a couple years where he wasn't there with, like, his training, and it's like, he has his training dialed in, how he wants to, train, whatever works best for him, and I think it is just a matter of, like, how the other guy's doing, but when he's on, and I'm, like, almost like, why isn't he winning? He could, so,
Yeah.
you know. Their
Yep.
fingers crossed with them.
I would love it. I would just die if Kenny was a red plate holder at any point ever again. I just think that the 5 guys we're going to talk about ahead of him, like he's got to contend with those guys.
Yeah.
But I think a happy Kenny is a dangerous Kenny. That's what I've always said. And he seems really happy. He seems really stable. I mean, things are good. So
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
a big fan, and that's not
Mhm.
changing. So
Mhm.
if you're not a
Yeah.
Ken Roczen fan, here's another reason
Bye.
to unsubscribe.
I know, how could you be? I know, that's
Mm-mm.
so much. Yeah, it's great.
So we are now in the top 5, and
Mhm.
right above Kenny in 5th is his arch nemesis, Cooper Webb, which they have some personal beef. Which everybody knows. Cooper is married to Mariah, whom Kenny dated way back when.
For a
And
long time they
a long
dated.
time.
It
Yep.
wasn't just like a little thing. It was years.
Yeah, I watched this montage that somebody put together on YouTube. It came up and it was like recommended to me, and it's funny because like he says girlfriend like in old footage, and then like just somewhere in the middle it switches from like girlfriend Mariah to like girlfriend Courtney, and so it's just like only like the diehards would notice that. I mean, I'm sure like guys just don't care. It's like, oh yeah, whatever. It's some hot chick next to him, and there's a new hot chick next to him, but there's a few like that in the sport who have dated one rider and now they're dating another rider. So it's whatever. They understand the sport. They understand what comes with it. Like there's a lot of women that probably don't want to deal with that. I can't fault them. So anywho, Kenny and Cooper have personal beef. I think it is probably well squashed, but they also have had some of the craziest last lap steals from Kenny. When I was at Arlington and Webb won in like the smallest margin of victory, it's like what 0.04 seconds that he beat Kenny for at the line. So they have got years and years and years of history. But again, Webb, Katie, you said it. Yamaha is on a new bike. Cooper's never really had to be the lead guy. He's always had another number 1 rider. Kind of, he's been the 2 rider on the team. So that's really interesting. He was here and there at Australia. He's never defended a title. I think he's probably exhausted. Like, I don't think he thought he was going to win this one. And then he had to be in this year, 2025 Supercross. He had to be in it down to the wire. So we have Webb at 5th, but how you guys feeling? How you guys feeling about old Cooper Webb?
Yeah, every year when I do my picks, I put him around there and I'm always wrong. So, with that said, I'm not going to be surprised if he's top 3 or wins another championship. But at Media Day, he did seem like not as confident, maybe.
Yeah.
He was kind of like bringing up the bike and I've history shows I don't do good after a championship year. Like he didn't even win a round in 2022.
Yeah,
so
I heard that stat. I was like,
and
whoa.
that's surprising because Jett wasn't there yet, Hunter wasn't there yet. So I found that like statistic shocking. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Cooper Webb. It's going to be one of those things where I think he'll kind of be back there in the beginning, and then we'll see who's left in March and April.
Yeah, what you think, Afton?
If I were him, I would just, be so ecstatic that I won, like, surprisingly at this, like, time and having a fun time the next year. I don't know how much, like, pressure's on him. I don't remember even seeing him talk, but that's crazy. I didn't know that he didn't do well after championship years, but, yeah, I guess you never know because then he'll just come from, like, oh, all of a sudden Cooper's, like, in the lead. That's how I remember it all the time anyways. It's like he's contending for the championship, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think that Justin Cooper, I don't know what I originally put where I put him, but I would like for Justin Cooper to beat him. If it's like we're talking about the teams, like I would like that.
Yeah. You did have Jake Coop higher than Webb.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So
I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, good
And
for him.
the bike will get better. Like they're gonna figure it out as it goes. So then he could also do better and become more confident. Usually. So
Well, and if it doesn't work out, he's always got a career in quads. Did you see their team shoot?
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm like, why are they doing this right before A1? Come on.
What are they saying about the bike? I didn't hear anything about it. Because I've been so like anything gone. I'm just like, is Deegan going to the 450s? So I didn't care.
Yeah, but they're like, it's not there yet.
I mean, Deegan almost didn't even want to race the third race of Australia because he was so uncomfortable, but then he ended up doing good. So it's just so many questions.
Yeah. I know, that's a strange one. But I would love to see J. Coop do better than Webby. That would be interesting. Especially because Webb has the number 1 plate.
I know.
So you've got 2, if Deegan moves up, 3 guys on a 450. I mean, can Deegan beat Webb? Like, say Deegan goes up for like Daytona. I think I was on the Deegan train. Like DB's thought that Deegan would race the 450 at A1, which we should. I'll pause. We'll talk about Deegan.
Yeah,
do you think he could beat Webb if he jumped in? That's my question. Do you think that Deegan could beat Webb on a 450?
Okay, what I was wondering, because I heard that Webb said that Deegan needed more practice on maybe the 450s and don't rush it. I'm kind of a Deegan fan. So I was like, is this true, or is Webb like saying it to like boost his own? And that would be like, I don't know if he has like that kind of like heart to be like, no, he needs more time because he's threatened. This is me like in my author head of it being like, could he? I mean, they train together, and I don't know like how much they train together, or like what each other sees on the bike. But I believe though that Deegan is so full of himself that he could go out there. I mean, I feel like he would crash not like trying, like he'd try, so I don't know, but I think Deegan could do anything. So I'm not the right person to ask, but I don't know. It was kind of like, when Jett started, I think that was his first year where he got really hurt. Like when he came out like all guns of firing or blazing, whatever. I think that would be, no matter who Deegan tried to go up against, that would be like his worst thing, is like going too hard and crashing. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, Cooper knows how to like, if it was like a whole season, he knows how to stay healthy and like, or get better as the season goes on. So
yeah,
I don't know.
He knows how to cut weight too. Like every year we talk about how lucky he gets in the off season. Like I was thinking this, like looking at Paris, like he had like some of his gear was not flattering, we shall say. And then he comes out for the Yamaha team shoot, and I'm like, I swear the dude has dropped like 20 pounds in like a month. Like, how is it possible? He does it every year. Like that's insane.
I don't know.
I cannot. Like, more power to him, but I'm just like, yeah, every year it's a thing, and then he drops weight. Here he is. So, all right, we're moving in the top 4, and this is where we get a little split. So in 4th, the average was Eli, and I had Eli lowest, so everybody can poo poo on me. I had Eli in 4th. You guys had him in 3rd, but where it ranked up with who we had in 3rd place, it looks a little different. They were very close, 1 point separating 4th and 3rd. Eli in 4th. How are we feeling? Katie, you take that one as the resident Eli Glazer.
I just think he's, because of Jett and Hunter. I mean, normally he is the 3rd guy from Jett and Hunter. So if they did not exist, Eli would still be running this whole field. And
what about Chase?
Well, Chase, let's see if he grows this year, because I mean, last year he should have easily beat Webb, and he didn't. So
got his head.
So I just think, I mean, it's Eli. I mean, we're just lucky he's there, honestly. Like, we're just lucky he's here. Like, him going to KTM is the most craziest thing after we were talking about him retiring 3 years ago. I just think what will kind of not ruin, but lower his chances is he has those weird nights where he'll get like 11th, and we're like, why? And then the next week he comes back and gets 2nd or wins. So I just think those little weird off races will kind of ruin his consistency, and the name of the game is to make it to May, be consistent. I really think, I'm no expert, but he needs to go into January and February just like, let me stay on the bike, like let me stay in this, let me get maybe some 3rds, 4ths, 5ths, and let's see where we're at in March to push for the championship. Like, let's weed out some of the guys, but he just needs to keep it safe. I hope they don't push it too hard in qualifying this year. you know, because that's when he did get hurt last year, was qualifying. True. And I'm like, gosh, if this wasn't seem so competitive in qualifying, that I don't think that would have happened. But like qualifying was so fun to watch the first few rounds last year. So they were all going for it.
Yeah.
So I just hope he's in it for the whole season, because like literally it'll be my 13th reason if he doesn't, if he gets injured. Like I won't be able to handle it again. I can't. I can't. Like it literally, my whole mood changes. So I'm just like, please. Yeah. But I think he'll do well.
I not do Destinations if Eli wasn't there. Like Katie was like, I think I just don't want to go if Eli's not going to Destinations.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he looks good on the KTM. He looks better than we thought. Australia was it was an anomaly. Like he does not do the 180 thing ever.
That's good.
I think it's so funny how he like doubled down and said it wasn't the scoop tire. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, Eli, you can do no wrong in my eyes, but I think you're a little off there. But he said the whoops thing, and I'm like, Eli, you did a 180. Like you looked like a little like a rookie doing that, you know? So, yeah. But I'm sure they figured it out. I'm sure it became like the hugest priority. He has one friend. I can't think the top of his name, but I follow him on Instagram and he trains with him. Like they do road bikes together.
Yeah. I know.
And I saw clips of him riding since Australia, and yeah, he looks fine. So
I think
we'll see.
The meta ones of him riding. Is that what you're talking about?
No, his friend went to watch him ride and was posting just clips of Eli riding. It wasn't Eli posting, it was his friend.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that.
And they do road bikes together. He's like an IndyCar champion. I can't think of his name right now, but he's a good follow for some little Eli insight, because he'll post like random things about Eli.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when Eli's on a new bike, the first in 2022 when he was in Yamaha, he won Supercross, Motocross, and a Nations, and no one saw that coming. He was phenomenal in 23 until the Achilles, but we don't talk about that anymore. So I feel like it could go both ways. I could put him first, second, third, fourth, and it would make sense. So I don't know. I hope for the best. I hope he has a solid season. And honestly, I don't think it comes down to, the bike, this happened, that happened. It's who can beat Jett.
I know.
Jett is their number one problem, not the bike.
I know. That's what I put it on there. I was like, but why not first? Like, and like things. I'm like, he could like that's. And I think I'm excited to see whatever this like programming is at KTM that kept like beating him. Like, I just want to know, is there something like, because I've never been a fan of anyone that's on KTM. So I want to see, is it that? Like, I'm not sure. Is he working with a lot of the same people that Dungey had? Like, has it changed?
His brother is his mechanic. It's so wild.
Yeah, which is crazy. I'm like, well, will he have like the same? I don't know. I just want to see. I hope he does well. I would like to. I think it's like his head. Like, yeah, don't take it so seriously. I don't know what the vibe is, because to me, like, it seems like they're just like robots over there every time that he's been beaten by someone on KTM, of course. So, and it just seemed like they're just consistent. They're not messing up. So is there something that they can do to help Eli with his mental state? Since he doesn't have a Ruby, is there something over there that's happening with KTM that can help him? So, and because why not? Why couldn't he like beat Jett? Like, I don't understand. Like, I hope someone's telling him that, like reinforcing it. It's like, do you know who you are? Like, you can. I don't know. Well, of course I want.
Yeah, he could. It all comes down to that consistency. But Jett gets those starts, and Eli struggles with starts, and it's just Jett is like the AI rider of the industry. It's just like, and it's just so hard. And I denied it for a long time, but it's just like time and time again, if Jett's riding, he's gonna win the championship. Yeah. So it's just, I hate to say it, but it will come down to maybe a little injury if he has to miss a round, or it's just, it's almost like whoever wins the championship isn't necessarily the best. It's the one who lasted the season and was consistent enough to be up there. But I could see Eli winning the championship. I mean, that stadium would blow up.
Oh, if it was anywhere near like coming down to it, I would 100% be there. Like I would be like, I will
No.
Oh,
drive
for
myself to
sure. For
Mhm.
sure.
wherever the
But yeah,
business grounds are.
I hope AP lightens up the mood too with Eli. Like hopefully
Mhm.
like that plays into Eli's favor too. It's just like the
Mhm.
camaraderie. I can't talk.
Camaraderie.
Just like the banter,
Camaraderie, yes.
camaraderie. Yeah, the
Yeah.
banter, the laughs. So, what do you
Mhm.
think, Allie?
I mean, I'm always high on Eli. I think that he is one of those people, like you said, Katie. Like if we're down to March and we're getting thirds, fourths, and fifths, and
Mhm.
Chase gets up and Chase's head, and Jett gets injured, or Hunter gets injured, or they both get injured, like they did this year, like Eli could absolutely be in it.
Mhm.
I think the fact that like KTM wanted to offer him a 2-year deal, and he said he only wanted one, and like I think probably there's an automatic clause like to if he wins the championship, he
Yeah, I
automatically gets
think he
another
said
year.
there was a clause. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's betting on himself. I think the one thing that is strange is the scoop tire, is the love of the scoop tire. I don't know if it's like he just got so addicted to it in outdoors because it was giving him a little bit of better starts. And starts have always been a problem for Eli. But to your point, when you're up against Jett and Hunter on those Hondas who are just like hole shotting every time, it's like what do you do to combat that? He does have sprint speed. I mean, he doesn't, it's not Kenny's sprint speed. Nobody has Kenny's sprint speed. But I think, yeah, he's in that mix of Jett, Chase, Hunter.
Mhm.
Can he do it? Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
and I think that's why he's still here. I think, we've
Mhm.
heard the old adage that John said, you don't leave until somebody beats you and pushes you out. Like,
Mhm.
yes, he has been beat by Jett, but he's still in it. It's not like he's, you know, it's not time for the retirement tour. I think there's some riders who stayed past their time and it's like, oh gosh, are we not gonna qualify for the night show? Like we're not there. That's not the discussion. So
Oh God, no.
and I think Eli will be much more wise in timing his exit, and we're not there. So I'm happy.
Mhm.
So
Me too.
again, we just hope they all do their best and they all have a good time. Like the ultimate
Yeah, I mean,
mom.
look at Vegas. That pass Eli did for over Hunter was like, I mean, I could
Beautiful.
cry.
I know.
It was just like all of these old guys are sticking around, but Eli is the one. He's like the lead. He's like the leader of the wolf pack. Like if anyone can go down with Jett and Hunter, it's Eli in that generation.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Eli almost won A1 last year until he had that little tip over. So it's just like everyone is quick to count him out, but he's always there. Okay. None of us believe in, a lot of people don't believe in him, but Tomac believes in Tomac. And that is all that matters. He does not give two craps about what little keyboard warriors are saying.
Nope.
And I will go to bat for him every single time.
Or silly content creators that make reels about his booty pose.
Oh yes. I wonder if he felt so like awkward. Like what are they doing?
You can see it in his eyes. Like, he feels awkward. Like, when I was making that reel, I kind of wanted to like zoom in on his eyes because I'm just like, little baby Elijah. Like, are you okay? Like, what were we doing here? This picture. I'm sorry. Like, this is what you get with Real Housewives of Moto. You get a little unhinged. What were we thinking? Somebody tagged Mike Emery in it, and then I saw that Mike was actually the photographer for that shoot, and so I'm just like, Mike, what was the thought process? What were we doing?
It's so funny.
Yeah, like I just wish I was a fly on the wall. Like Eli, look that way, and then tilt your head a little back.
Was he like leaving? Like he's like, "Hey, are we done here?" And they're like, "No, we're not done." He's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, baby.
That's so funny. Being like a photographer and like having to position people in these like poses is it's just so funny. Yeah, because like if you're asking him, like, are you asking him to do this and do this? It's just so. I just imagine the most. I don't know if he's awkward or not behind a camera, but I just imagine trying to like pose the most awkward person, like into like a. It's just so funny. It's so funny.
Well, it's just like, it's so like not his personality. Like I feel like when you think of Eli, like, stoic and cold and like a pillar of the sport, not like, hey,
like hey girl, hey.
Like,
his energy though,
hotter than your girlfriend's cakes.
Yeah, he's just seems so like good. Like I feel like I've been hearing him give a lot of the same answers, like the same. What's he saying? Like, oh, I raced against him for so long, like that. When someone's asking him like a specific question, but to me, I'm just reading like lighter energy vibes. Maybe he's upset about whatever happens, but I'm hoping that he carries that through. Maybe this is the start of it. It's like a good sign. Like he has Plessinger, he has his these fun little photos, and maybe it's a good time. I don't know.
Yeah. I
This
mean,
is
we
what I
definitely
wish I
got
knew
Eli
them.
after Cowie. We got a more opened up Eli on Yamaha. So
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
maybe it was a benefit that Australia went so south,
yeah.
like maybe it's, it's like a
Mhm.
catch-22,
yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. All right. In third place, we have Hunter Lawrence, which
Mhm.
I'm sure now you can probably guess who second and first are. I mean, we know who they are, but in what order?
Mhm.
I'm pumped for Hunter this year. I think he looked great in SMX. I think he looked great in outdoors. I just think that Jett and Hunter together, training together, their bond. I mean, if you did not see like the anguish that Jett had on his face when Hunter couldn't win at SMX and Jett had to go win again, like they are next level. Like their commitment to each other, it's incredible. And I just don't see how you go to bat against that. Like I don't think that they're literally like someone explained to me that they will test two parts at the same time on their bikes. And so they'll put a part on a bike and then they'll swap bikes. So like Jett will ride Hunter's vice versa. We talked about that. I'm just like, how do you compete with that? That you have twice the amount of data. And then you have Dazzy there, who's like employed by the boys, which I think is awesome. And then is
Mhm.
just working with Honda and working with the boys and trying to communicate it back. And I'm just like, I don't know how you compete with that. So I think this is Hunter's year. I think he's going to have multiple podiums. I can definitely see heat race wins. I can see main event wins. And I want that for Hunter so bad. I mean, I'm the older sibling. I feel like I was the guinea pig. But also like I can see Jett's face like when Hunter gets it, and like I love that. So how do we feel about Hunter now that I've said all of my feelings about him? How do you guys feel about Hunter and being third?
Go ahead, Afton.
Well, I know I put him fourth technically, but only
Mhm.
because I want something. If he's gonna win it, like win it, I would think that would be so sweet to see Jett celebrate him. That's the dream. I want to see Hunter like fully embracing like consistent like success and earning it, and coming out of his brother's shadow. I think I'm just biased on like who I want to win it, like from a personal level,
Mhm.
above him. But it's probably going to be like he either wins or he doesn't. He's either second or wins. Um, I don't know, because I guess and I was so confused when I watched when it was in Paris. Well, because I wasn't watching, just hearing about it, how they weren't doing well, placing
Yeah.
well there.
Weirdness.
So I was very confused. And then that's yeah, when I found out, I guess they said they were on the stock bike, so I don't know what happened. He seemed happy, on media day. He seemed like he was in a really good space, which I like seeing him with a smile, and happy, and yeah, so I don't know what to say because how they don't mess up. So what are the odds? Like it,
Yeah.
you know,
It's hard to
how's
bet against him.
yeah, yeah.
What do you think,
And how
Katie? No, go ahead, Afton. You're
I
good.
mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go,
when
Afton.
how
I
did
don't want to
how do
cut.
they make their starts so perfect all the time? Do we have an answer to that? Are they just like practicing? How do they do
I
so
don't
well?
know.
I don't get it.
Couldn't
I don't get it.
not the bikes because Mathis couldn't get it to work for him, but he did
I
the
know.
hockey
Didn't
challenge.
Mathis say they have like Lars presses a button for them or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. He's got the launch device. Yeah, I don't know. They're freaks, and they've got the bike
They are
dialed
the
in.
only
So.
two that are practicing on the grates in the pits, right? Like
Oh
I've seen
yeah,
on the camera, like they're
yeah,
the only ones doing starts like in the pits
yeah.
off the
So
grates.
That'll be
okay.
interesting too. And now they don't have free practice, so they got rid of one of the free practice sessions, and now it's just 2 time qualifyings. So technically, they're going to have less time on the track to learn it, and less I would assume less starts on the greats unless
Mhm.
you go in there. So that'll be interesting to see how that affects starts. Like they're
Mhm.
just getting less time.
It does. Will it make it a
Mhm.
more even playing field?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is it going to make the riders, stay healthier? Because the track isn't getting so beaten up with ruts and the
Yep.
berms and
Mhm.
all of that. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping, these changes do make it safer for the riders, and we have all of them in
Yeah.
May.
Mhm.
That would
Mhm.
just be amazing.
That's the
Mhm.
dream. Yep. And
Yeah.
it means they have to learn the track faster, which I think is is another interesting element. I think that DB had said this, one of the things he was coaching at club is that it was like, don't try to just lay down like lap after lap after lap of heaters, when you're in qualifying, just like trying to, get tenths of a point. He's like, ride the whole track, see different lines, like learn. And I'm like, that makes so much sense. But like there are guys who want to be, first in qualifying or whatever, and you have like Webb, like I remember not last year, but 2024, I remember someone saying that like there's an inverse relation to like how well Cooper Webb would qualify and how poorly he would do in the main, and then like how average he was in qualifying, he'd do really well in the main. So there's something to it. There's strategy in qualifying. So very interesting to see how that goes. So number 2, we have Chase, which means that Jett is number 1. But not this year. He'll be 18. But Chase, number 4 on a Cowie. How are we feeling? Take it away.
Chase. I see him doing good, but he also did good on the KTM and still had issues. So I don't know. I just think that whole Hawaii shoot like amped me up on Chase, like it just made me want to believe in him a little bit more. He does look good, but they all look good this time. They're gonna like dissect what they post, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I hope he's grown. I hope he's grown up a little. I hope he does well. I definitely see him in the mix. He made it till the end last year. He had a rough motocross season. So yeah, I think he looks good. I won't be shocked if he wins the title either. It's like all these guys, I can just flip them around and make a case for everyone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, one little weird thing, and any of these guys are absolutely in. So what do you think, Captain? How you feel about Chase?
I've never thought about a rider more in my life than Chase. Like just from young, like watching his like how he talks about himself, like but when he was really younger, I'm like, cut yourself a break, first of all. Like even if he's doing really well, I'm fascinated by what like must be going on in his head. And I want him to win. I was obviously so thrilled when he came back for motocross and was like, because it seemed like real racing, it wasn't like a given. So I just want to see, and I don't want him to keep messing up because I think that was when we were in Arlington when he was like battling with Cooper and he was just so bummed out with himself. It was devastating to see. And so, because I feel like his mistakes are really big, and then it's like he keeps like he'll stay in it or something if he doesn't get hurt, and then just can't win it. And then of course I think he should be like redeemed from when he won just because of Tomac. Like it would be cool to see him do well. I put him in first. That's what I want to see. And I mean Eli always really was who I want to see win, but I'm ready for.
We all do. I think every fan would love to see Eli win the championship.
Yes. I don't know. I hope they just have really good battles. I hope it's not a given. It's so like, and I say this as a Patriots fan, like and now I'm kind of excited now that the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, which different sport, but still like it's exciting to see someone not be a given all the time. So
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I felt that way about Villapoto. I was like, can we have another Ryan? Crazy. I'm high on Chase. I think that this change is going to be good. I think that he has wised up a little bit. I've heard less like bike talk. Like he's actually said a few things like since being on the Cowie, it's only been, technically like a month. But just saying that like there's a few things that he can get better on his end, not necessarily the bike. And we know that was a thing on KTM. That was a thing on Honda, is that it was always the bike. And I think that he's chasing the perfect bike, but I don't think the perfect bike exists. I mean, it's the same thing with the forks where like he would change suspension settings like at lunchtime and test 2 different things in one day and like over and over and over. And so I just really hope this year for Chase that he just like settles into it. Like, yes, he's going to have to learn an entirely new bike. And he's got this new situation and he's in California, but he's still training with Levi, like, right? Still, yeah. So I think that's he's still at Alden's, but not at Alden's. And he bought his beautiful house. We've seen little tidbits of his house. Is gorgeous. And little Gus, we love Gus, this puppy. So I hope that he does well. But to y'all's point, I think that I also was at Arlington and seeing him just get up in his head about wanting to beat Cooper so bad and then throwing away the whole night is just like, Chase, you can't do that. Can't do that. We have all these other guys on their game. So he's sandwiched in there between Jett and Hunter, which he could literally be sandwiched many times. That's what makes me so nervous when someone gets in between them. And I'm just like, you don't want that. You don't want that because like they can play you and not dirty. Thank God, like Jett and Hunter aren't really dirty riders, but
No.
makes me nervous. Makes me a little nervous. So, all right, number 1, not running the number 1 this year. He will be running the 18. Is Jett Lawrence. And Jett, what is there left to say? Like he's perfect, and short of getting hurt, I don't see anybody taking away the championship from him. Like he's gonna have little weird things here and there. I mean, more so in motocross, like he jumped the gate and all that weirdness. But I don't know. The way that he's able to turn it on when he needs to and find that little bit, like so I was listening to a pod the other day. I don't remember who it was, one of the Moto bros, and it was like, I don't even know that we've seen Jett at 100%. I don't know that he's seen himself at 100%. So do I think anybody can take it from Jett, barring an injury? No. Do you feel otherwise?
Guess not. No, it's them. It's the other riders.
No.
It's their own shit that they came in with before he was even around. And then just thinking like that he can't be beat. So I think the only way is if some other guys place above him, like early on in the rounds, and like collectively, maybe they all build like I don't know, a hopeful message in their heads or together, like see it can be done. And obviously that's why I was so bummed that if Deegan's truly not coming in, I guess. I thought that was the only way to shake him up, for someone to, because Deegan believes he can beat him. And I don't know if these other people think that they can. Even Hunter, I don't know. That's why I want to see like Hunter do well, show that he can keep beating his brother. And I don't know how you do, like, I don't know how you have like a downfall. Like if I would just compare it, I guess, to what happened to the Chiefs this year. I don't know what happened with the team for them to just like
implode.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's cool though. I like seeing people dominate in a way. I mean, it'd be cool to shake it up, but it's so cool. It's so rare. It's like and really dominate, compared to other people in the past who, they've won a lot of championships. It's cool. So
yeah. What you think, Katie? You have a very pensive look on your face.
Oh gosh, what I just thought of is like, the candy airheads. He's like the mystery one, right? But like it's always a good flavor, like it's always good. But he's just a mystery in the best way. It's just like we look at him like, how? How? It's the biggest question mark, and he makes it look so easy. And I feel like making these picks, it was like Jett won, 2 through 17s who I struggled with. It was like Jett, easiest choice. All it takes is something weird to happen, but other than that, he just makes it look like cake.
I know.
He has these weird moments, but he always pulls through in the end, and majority of them he just does so well. And I feel like these guys do say they can beat him out loud, but on the inside, it's just like one of those things where he is generational talent. If he stays healthy, he will beat all the records. He will, replace Ricky Carmichael as the GOAT, I believe. So,
oh, and I hope so.
And it's so nice to watch him grow the last few years. We've really seen him come to mature. I loved the banter with him and Eli and Hunter during Motocross last season. Made me fall in love with the Lawrences more. How much they respect him, how much they respect everyone else. So, but it is one of those things. We don't want to see the same guy win. We don't want to turn on the race on a Saturday night. We got our nachos ready and our dinner and our friends over. And the gate drops and we're like, oh, okay. Jett won, so it's over. It's just the biggest really, we at least want to see him fight for it a little. So I hope it's not one of those runaways, where it's just we turn on the TV, gate drops, he's out front, and we're like, okay, well, that was not as exciting as I was hoped to be.
Yeah. I feel like that, we do get those nights where Jett gets the whole shot and runs away, but we do get weird things where Jett's got to have to figure it out and he's got to come through the pack and, or at Vegas, he's trying to sandbag a little bit to for Hunter to come up. And so I do think Jett is a fun one to watch. And I do think, to your point, I think he's going to smash the records if he doesn't get bored. I think that's the other thing is the kid has raging ADHD. So he might just be I'm over it. I'm dominating. I want to move on to MotoGP or F1 or not F1.
I could see that.
I
could see that.
It'd be harder to get F1. I do love, I think, I can't remember if I said this on the pod or if I said this on Instagram, the line from the Australia show, like with the AC and JB and Pulp and Lewis and or Jett and Hunter, all of them on stage. And Hunter was like, Jett doesn't have a second thought because he doesn't think it have first thoughts. He doesn't think the first thought or something like that. I just keep thinking about that because that is like the ultimate like microcosm of like the Lawrence brothers is like Hunter is the methodical thinker and he's decisive and he's thinking through all these things. And they've said he is showing Jett how to do it. Like he does it and Jett is a visual learner and Jett just does it. But Jett has a lot more of that like natural talent. And I just think that like you can't compete with that. I mean, you can, but when you have Hunter in your arsenal and you have Dazzy, like we said, it's just like how like short of an injury again, like it's going to be the Jett show.
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah. I like watching at least when he's coming from the back because then I can watch him, like, see what he's doing differently. Because if he's sometimes, if he's in first, I'm not showing him or I'm just not as interested. But I feel like you see more of like his technique when he comes from behind. So if anything, because then I'll be like, oh, wow, like I know he's like really good rider, obviously. But to see it, like, because do you all feel the same? Like when you watch Deegan, do you feel like you see him doing more? Not that everything's about Deegan, but most interesting person to me. Do you think that you see his technique and like skill more? Or because when I'm watching Jett, it's just like it's perfect, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I feel like maybe that's why I root for Deegan more because I see him pushing more, even when he maybe doesn't have to.
Yeah. Deegan looks like he's trying harder. Yeah.
Yeah. The way I always put it is like Jett looks like he's surfing and Deegan and Eli look like they're like four-wheeling.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good metaphor.
But Jett, Chase, they look like they're surfing. It's crazy. Like the different styles.
Yeah. I think and Anderson's really fun to watch. I like him. I talk about him a lot.
Yeah, he's fun to watch ride. Yeah.
I like him. And Plessinger.
Yeah, I do like watching the taller guys ride, especially AC. I mean, I feel like the year that AC like grew like 8 inches, it was like, holy crap, like you're giant.
Yeah.
And Benny Block, little Benny on the beta.
Yeah.
So tall. Well, cool. That's our top 17. I wanted to ask you guys. So where do we think Deegan will place if he races the 450? Let's say he doesn't race A1, whatever. Let's say he pops in for Daytona or something. Let's not use Daytona as an example because Daytona was the house that Eli built until Jett. So let's say he pops in for a random 250 East night and he races 450 that night. Where do we put Deegan? If everybody's healthy.
7th or 8th.
7th or 8th. Okay. I'm writing these down so we can come back and look at it. Katie says 7th, 8th. Afton, where you got him?
I'm trying to be realistic and not be on the train of it. I think it's up to him. I think I don't know. I think he would mess himself up, get in his head, and if he's like running, let's just say he's running third, I could see him making a mistake and not like you see like a burst of, oh wow, like he really can hang with them. And then who knows, maybe I'll just say 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I believe higher, but if I don't know. Go.
I think I am similar. I have a similar mindset. I can see him like, being up there and then doing something funky and, being in third and then falling back a little bit. So I'm a more of like the 6, 7 range too. So I'm going to, oh my God, I'm so freaking praise. God, even I said it. I can't not say it because I have tiny humans. It's 6, 7. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say 6 through 7. But it's Deegan. So, like he could do it. He could win. I think that he's going to have a time with Jett next year in Supercross, but we've all seen it. He's much better outdoors than he is indoors. And Kampala, like it's going to be a battle. So I'm really excited about Hayden moving up. I just think that like the storylines are aplenty. Like we have the good guy, in Jett, good guy, like he's the Pastrana and now we've got little baby Deegs. So I'm excited about it. I'm pumped for it. So this will be a fun one. A few other things we want to touch on around the industry. I had a couple of friends reach out last night. Our girl Tati, whom we adore, she was the PR lead for Honda. And you can go over to Tati's TikTok and watch her video that she created, but she was let go of her position. And it was not good. We're gonna put it this way. I told her that like I wanted to respect her story and also her NDA. But I will say this: it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And anybody that watched Tati in action this year knows that she killed it. And if you follow her on TikTok and you followed her like Get Ready with Me and her behind the scenes, like she is just such a delight. And I think obviously I'm biased because she's a woman and I want more strong voices, female voices in the sport. But there were so many people, like if you read through her comments that were like, you know, you showed us this, you know, the side of Honda that we didn't know and the side of the boys and da da da. And so I'm just really bummed that the sport like lost a voice in Tati's. I know she's gonna land on her feet, and I'm so freaking proud of her. Like I just think she's incredible. Like I would have never met her had I not started this account. Like we were not friends, you know, the start of the year. Like I literally just anybody that was tagged in anything that had a uterus and was related to Moto, I followed. And she's become like actually like one of my friends in real life. And I wish the best for her. And I think that Honda fucked up on this one, if I'm being blunt. So
Oh, for sure. Like that's how I came across her on TikTok, and like I was like, "What? This is like a dream follow," you know? Like I always joked like what a dream it would be to be one of those PR girls, and then to see someone like use their platform. So we really got behind the scenes, and it was so cool to see like just the daily grind that she did. It was so neat to see, and like from such a different angle. And you know, I had the honor of going to dinner with her when we were in Vegas, Allie.
So
and
fun.
you know, it's like what you see is what you get. So yeah, they messed up, but you know, rejection is redirection and protection. So hopefully this is happening for her, not to her, and she comes out on top. Yeah.
Oh, someone, a Romy on Instagram said I found her on TikTok too and got to meet her at Bud's Creek and love her. Yeah, me too. She's a delight. Afton, you got to meet her at what? Did you meet her at Bud's too?
Yes. And she was so nice because I was like holding my book up, and it was cool because it was like knowing who she was, and then to know like, you know, through each other, through you. It's cool, and her energy was so great. I loved watching all the stuff too, all the TikToks. Um, and it's a bummer. It's a bummer for like women, of course, to come up against adversity that doesn't like make sense, or not for like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know what I want to say, but it just sucks. It sucks because it's like another like powerful voice like almost being silenced in this space that feels like it's like a boys club. I don't know what that means. I'm hopping all around, but like ultimately that's what it is, and it's kind of like messed up. So it's a bummer. It's
I could rage out about this. Just men. Put it that way.
I know that's really it's not surprising because it's like men handling like situations. So yeah, as a collective for women, it's just so it's annoying. So I don't want to overstep.
Yeah, I did like an Ask Me Anything, and somebody had said like, what men of the sport like hate women in Moto, like hate women like having an opinion, and I'm like, go read the comments on the Cooksey video. Like, I'm pretty sure the top trending one was like the nose ring was a dead giveaway, and I'm like, what the fuck does me having a nose ring matter when my opinion's on Moto? Like, it's so stupid. Lots of comments about menstrual cycles and things like that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like how much do you have to hate your life to like be angry about a woman being a fan of Moto? But anyhow, I digress.
You think they would like it, like, oh wow, like that's so cool, you're in a Moto, you know?
You
like
would think.
That's why growing up I always like I had more boys that were friends because it was mainly all dirt bikes, and you know, they thought it was cool that I knew about the sport. Like sometimes I know more than them. Like this one time we were at a race for my husband at like Glen Helen, and they did a trivia, okay? And they were giving away like goggles or something. And the announcer asked a question, and every like 6 guys got up there and got the answer wrong. And the whole time I was like, it's Chad Reed, it's Chad Reed, it's Chad Reed. So I got up there on mic and I'm like, it's Chad Reed. And they're like silent. Because I knew it, and I got the goggles. But I'm just like, you guys, it's Chad Reed. Duh. I forgot what the question was, but it's just like, come on.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a weird one. I did not get any personal like hate from that video, but I let myself read the comments one time, and then my husband said, "Get out of the comments. He's the leader of the incel army." And I was like,
"Yeah,
no, you can't say it any better than that." So we're out. But yeah, just I want to champion strong female voices in this sport because we have so few of them. And I did say, I wish that there was women at media days. Like, and I also want to caveat, I do not mean Will and Haley. Like Will and Haley are on the broadcast side. I mean like journalists, media, content creators, whatever you want to call what we're doing here. I mean, they're in her lane. I love Monica and Hannah. Like you could have had any number of women there who know their shit about moto, but we did not. Go ahead, Abner.
No, I just agree again with like the thing of like it being more fun and it being like these, because if I was there, I would just ask the most unhinged like questions and like probably hopefully tie it back to like the racing and stuff like that. And not to feel like I think there's something beautiful about girls like showing up and being silly and being like giddy, whatever. And it's like we want to know like real things, but it's like we shouldn't be shamed for like possibly what a woman coming in and making it like less serious. I don't know what the weird threat is of that because like even today I posted a video about this, like replying to someone, not to make this about me, but it's just like there's even women though that don't want to like champion other women, just about like, oh, I think someone that races like that's in the pits like or maybe with another rider should be writing your books, and I'm like, well, then they can write it. Like,
weird comment. Like, what?
It was so weird. And I was trying to like give her, I went and kind of explained it. Not that I should have to explain my like qualifications, but I still, and I'm just like, no, like women should have a voice in this sport no matter where they come from and multiple voices. Like, just because like it's just so silly. And I don't know why men or like men who really center or women who center men, why they're so threatened by anything like this, like what we're doing. It's just so, it doesn't have to be this like, because this is like from childhood with me loving football. It's like, what are these plays? What are they doing? What are the stats? I'm like, I don't know. I'm enjoying what I'm watching. And of course, now the older I got, like the more I know about this sport through y'all, like I'm learning so much I didn't even think to like fun like lore about like who dated who. For some reason that wasn't on my radar. Just like it's just as fun to know about that versus like the technical things to like it makes you understand the sport and like it's more well-rounded view. I feel like what women are giving, not giving, but do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, well, I feel like that's what women have done in the F1 space is like, there's so much technical stuff in F1. I mean, arguably more than Moto, but like there's so many more storylines that have been given a platform through female creators because they're things that we care about. We care about new babies and we care about things, like all of these things. Like, why would you not want more well-rounded storylines and more coverage of the sport? And I don't know. It just like it seems like a duh to me.
Yeah, it's like these guys are kind of like our boy bands, like that's how I view them. Like Eli Tomac is to me is like the Justin Timberlake to another girl my age. It's just like I worship them. I love them. I'm obsessed. I want to know their wives, their babies. Like it's just I've always viewed it because I was never obsessed with like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Like I was, but like this was always my top priority. Like I went to school wearing my Ricky Carmichael t-shirt and my Chad Reed shirt, and like people asked celebrity crush, and I would say Chad Reed, while they said, Nick Carter, Aaron Carter, R.I.P. But so it's just like this is what I grew up worshiping and loving, and they're my boy band, but they also have an athletic edge, which makes them even hotter.
I know.
True that. True that. I know. I always tell people, I'm like, if you're into F1, and I'm working on a series, I started toying around with this. Like, if you like this driver, you might like this dirt bike rider. Like making some comparisons.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Yeah. If you have ideas, hit me up. I've got a few, and it's funny because there's only 20. Well, next year there'll be 22, but there's only 20 F1 drivers, and we're kind of like comparing them to like all like moto guys. But I did have a few people that were like, you should do this person, and I already had that direct comparison on my list. So like, if you have ideas about like, if you like this person, you will like this person, like more.
What about Max? Who's Max?
Yeah.
I mean, Max, he's just like unhinged, so like Max could be like anybody. Like I think he's probably closest to Cooper, where he's just like he's got the racecraft. He's just like he's so degaff, So I think in that was one of them. But then I was like, I could see parallels for Max and Eli. Like they're just so like precise. And, but anyhow, that's something we're toying with. And then I want to do a series like spotlighting the wives and like spotlighting their stories and I went back and like was reading the Kenny article from ESPN from like 2019 about like when he went through everything with his first arm injury and like Courtney being by his bedside and him knowing that like that's when he wanted to propose, and the video of Ken farting for like 45 seconds and Courtney's face just being like I love
oh
that
yeah,
video.
I remember that.
Oh my gosh. And of course the Cooksey video where like she went at him and she was like, can you stop? Like I mean, this is our boy band. This is our world. So like why would we not want to talk about every aspect of it and geek out?
Yep.
And I think it was like so because the first one I knew was Ellie. Like she was the first one to like see her. It makes it beautiful. It makes it like you feel like love. You feel like the sacrifice. You understand so much more. So yeah, we need more women that are like, maybe those women, I don't know, like how often they get to talk to the media. Like if the men prioritize them or not, like I don't know, but it would just be cool. So hopefully it's something that they think about for next year or for most anything.
Yeah. I'm hoping I can get some wives, maybe get some content at race day this year. Like maybe a few will talk on camera or talk on the microphone because I think they're incredible and I want to tell their stories too. And they need to be told because like this sport is like built on the back of women. Like Moto doesn't exist without women. So
I know.
we will not get on that diatribe. But this has been so fun. I'm so glad we did this. I want to I saved all of our picks, and then I think we should do this for outdoors and like look back at like how close or like how wildly off base we were.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah,
but you guys are a delight. You can find Afton and her books on TikTok and Instagram and all the places. We'll link everything in the description of this podcast episode. And if this goes to YouTube, we'll put it on YouTube. I don't know. Me and YouTube are like not friends. It's too much work, but we'll see. I know it's like everybody's like, oh, YouTube is king. And I'm like, yeah, if you're trying to make money off of it, but
yeah,
it's just for fun. So
yeah.
Well, cool deal. We will talk to you guys soon, I'm sure.
Bye.
Bye.